All right, YouTube, I'm back with another video. And again, if this is your first time coming, we always appreciate you guys coming over to the channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button also. All right, right now we're about to get into the Osight X. And I reviewed the model before this one right here. And I really appreciate them coming out with this because they did the update where they put the multi-reticle dots in it, okay? So you have the circle dot, the dot, and the circle. It looks like they really don't give you all the goodies in the very beginning. It's kind of like Apple iPhone, guys. They give you, just enough, and then when the next model comes out, they kind of give you upgrades with the features. So that's how it looks like it's working with Olight so far. But they're solid optics and they've been working well for me. I appreciate Olight sending this over to the channel, and we're gonna go ahead real quick and get into this tabletop review and see what it's all about. All right, let's check this out, which this is the Osight X, a 3 MOA Cerakoted black color, and this is the multi-reticle red dot. Let's check out, see what's inside the box. And of course, you can see that this is exactly like the previous model. So I have the previous model right here, and there it is right there. And pretty much they look exactly alike. It just has some branding that's different, and some of the features are different if some of you all wanted to know. So if you catch this cheaper, snatch it up. But if you can get a good deal on this, snatch this one up, okay? Let's see what's inside the box here. So let's go ahead and open it up. All right, there's your box right there, made just like the rest of the boxes, guys. Let's see what's inside here. This is a bag that they give you where you can keep up with your red dot. That's it right there. Osight bag that you get. And I'm noticing that they put these in pretty much all of their red dots. I mean, they really do give you a lot for what you pay for. This right here are the screws in the inside, and they give you more than enough screws to use. And here they are, and they are labeled. So there it is right there. Go ahead and open them up so you can look at them. Each individual one. Okay. You have it right there. And again, I showed this in other videos. It actually detaches and you can organize these the way that you want them. So very cool. On the back of this right here, it has the measurements if you really want to go into more fuller details about that, okay? Right here, you have your USB Type-C cord that comes inside the box. You also have your screwdriver, so flathead, and then it is skeletonized right there. And something fell in here. What was this? Oh, it's just a little clear thingy that was covering it up, but that's it. That's what you get there. They pack it with a bunch of goodies, and that's pretty damn cool. And let's go ahead and look at the red dot here. That's it. Look at how clear and big that window is. Just beautiful, man. That's the material. I'll talk about the material in a few minutes. They kind of changed it up on this one, guys. So this is the charging cover. We'll go over this in a few minutes. So that's what you get. That's the box. Everything inside the box. Let's go into the red dot. Now, I like to always show you the dimensions. So here they are right now on the screen. And this gives you an idea how big the red dot is. This optic is made of a proprietary aluminum alloy called OAL. And it's nearly as light as 7075 aluminum, but far stronger and tougher. It is IPX6 rated. And the charging cover right here is IPX4 rated. So that's pretty cool that they give you that extra protection with your product. Olight states that this is 73% harder than 6061 aluminum, 19% harder than 7075 aluminum, 33% stronger in yield strength than 7075 aluminum, 24% stronger in tensile strength than 7075 aluminum, 44% stronger in yield strength than TA2 titanium. So that's pretty impressive. The red dot right here, and you can see it at the bottom, has a built-in 170 milliamp rechargeable lithium polymer battery. And the charging cover has a built-in 800 milliamp rechargeable lithium polymer battery also. And it shows you that right here on the back of the charging cover. This Optic will give you 57,000. Yep, I said it, guys. 57,000 hours on level 3 brightness with dot only, and the charging cover will give you 228,000 hours total run time. Pretty cool. You can purchase optional accessories as far as high risers for your red dot. And here are some of the options that you see on the screen right now. Now let's get back to this large window. This large window gives you a lot of screen real estate, so it makes it a lot easier when you're transitioning and when you're lifting your gun up to acquire a target. You have more than enough room. Something I noticed about the smaller red dots, sometimes it's hard to get that red dot inside the center of your display here, but with this you don't have that problem at all. On the front you do see that it has a slight tint, and that helps with the glare of the sun while you're outside shooting. Moving right along, right here you do have your elevation, so that's up and down, and on the side right here you do have left and right, so you can zero your red dot accordingly. Again, I simply love the way that they constructed and made this red dot. They didn't make any annoying branding on the side. As you can see, they blacked it out, Osight right there, which is pretty cool. And they even have the X, which is Osight X model. So you see the X right there in the corner. The Cerakote job looks great, but the longer, of course, that I hold on to it and shoot it out there at the range, I'll really be able to tell if it's durable and if it can hold up to the challenge. Right in the front, just like the rest of the red dots that they have, their other models, you can see the light sensor right here. And that's that clear dot in the front right there. And basically that can detect ambient light intensity and automatically changes the LED, which is the red light, as far as the brightness. I will show you more about that light sensor in the video in a few minutes. Right at the top of this red dot, you do have your magnet, and what it does, it actually connects to your charging cover right here. So if you take it, it'll automatically gravitate to it, and it will charge your red dot wirelessly by itself. Now, of course, you have to have this charging cover charged up with the USB Type-C connection right here. But once you do that, it'll wirelessly charge it. And then once it's fully charged, you'll see it on the indicator right there. This is the button that you can press, and it illuminates that so you can see, you know, what percentage you're at right there. Now let's get back to the red dot, and I'm gonna show you as far as the button, how this works. So you can turn the red dot on by simply pressing the plus button right here or the minus button, either one. So let's go ahead and try it. So all you have to do is just tap right there and it's on. I'm gonna brighten it up just so you can see it, and it's nice and crispy right there, okay? Let's turn it off, and I'm gonna show you that using the minus button, it'll do the same thing. So it's off right now. If you just tap the minus button, of course, it's back on for you. As far as turning the red dot off, you probably see me already do it, but you just hit the plus and the minus sign simultaneously. So you just hold it down just like this, you long press it, and once you do that, it's off. If you want to turn it back on, again, plus or minus, either one. Let's just hit the minus, boom, tap it, and it's back on again. Now, there are 12 brightness levels. As far as the red dot, levels 1 and 2 are night vision settings, while levels 3 to 12 are daylight settings, with level 12 being the brightest. So let's go ahead and let me show you. So I'm gonna turn the red dot all the way down right here. Okay, and of course this red dot is not that big, guys. So it's a distortion between the camera and the lens, which gives the illusion that the dot is bigger. The dot is smaller and it's very crispy. You can see it really good during the day, but let's go ahead and try it here. So let's go ahead and hit it, start with the plus sign and work our way all the way up to 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And that thing is very, 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 very bright. Now this has a multi-reticle system, which the previous model didn't have before, but now, and this is awesome, now you can change or switch between a 3 MOA dot, 32 MOA circle, or both the circle and the dot. And that's pretty cool that they did make that upgrade on this red dot. Now you can change the reticles right here by long pressing the minus sign for about 3 seconds. Okay, so right here is the dot, and again, it's going to be a little distortion on the screen. That's the dot. I'm going to switch the reticles for you just so you can see how to do it. You just hold down the minus button for about 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, and it should change. There it is right there. And of course, there's a distortion again, guys. So this, just me looking at it, this is the circle reticle, but you already seen it on the picture that I put up on the screen earlier, okay? Let's go ahead and switch it again. 1, 2, 3. It should switch. And right here, you do have your circle and dot from what I can see. But again, there's a distortion. And again, you already seen it on the screen as far as the picture is very crisp, I promise. Now, keep in mind, this does have motion detection. So basically, this red dot will turn off automatically after 10 minutes of inactivity and wakes up in an instant. So that's pretty cool. Now, this does have a mode switching, and most of their red dots do have mode switching. If you press and hold the plus sign for over 3 seconds, it will activate each mode. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So right now is default set on manual mode. So if we hold it down here, 3 seconds, you just seen it blink twice, okay? So in this mode, you are in auto sensing mode. This is where the red dot will automatically adjust the brightness depending on how much light the sensor is picking up, and you can see the sensor right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that this mode is active right now. So I'm gonna use my cell phone. You probably seen me do this before in my videos, and I'm gonna use it to try to mimic the sun here. So basically, if you move it away, it's gonna auto adjust. When it doesn't see any light at all, it's gonna auto adjust very dimly. If you go, put the light in front of it, so basically if the sun is out, it's a really bright day, it's gonna brighten up that red dot so you can see it outside. And you can see it adjust, auto adjust right there. As soon as the sun kind of moves away in any type of way, it'll go away. So that's dope. Now to engage the manual mode again, where you can adjust it by yourself, you press the plus button right here, hold it down for the 3 seconds. It'll put it back into manual mode for you. Okay, and then that's where you can brighten it up. So now see, you can brighten it all the way up, or you can dim it by just pressing the minus button right there. Keep in mind, on this model, there is no lockout mode. The first model that they had, which is the one that I have right here, this one has lockout mode on it. And I really didn't like that feature, but this one, they just didn't implement it in the red dot, and I appreciate that. All right, so right here is the battery indicator. And if you can see it, is right between the plus and the minus sign. So if I hit it, you see right there, it turned green. That's your battery indicator. So the way this works, if the indicator is green, it's more than 50% charged. If the indicator is yellow, it's between 50% and 20%. If the indicator is red, it's between 20% and 10%. If the indicator is blinking red, it's below 10%. So that'll just give you a visual of what's going on the side of your red dot. All right, so now let's talk about the pros and cons of this red dot. All right, we'll start with the cons. The Osight X doesn't have a green dot option yet. And that's something that I think they need to make, unless they're just gonna make a brand new model. So, some people eyes can't take the red dot because they have stigmatisms, and they say the green dots work better with them. So I'm sure they may update that depending on how well this model sells, in the market. So we're gonna see if that comes to fruition. Another con to me is that you can't take the battery out. And I've talked about this before, and replace it because Olight uses their proprietary battery. So maybe in the future they can give you, an option for both, where it has the rechargeable battery, but then it also allows you to take out the rechargeable battery and put in a standard battery to run and function this red dot. Let's go into the pros, and there's a lot of pros about this red dot that I like. The large window is extremely big. I love it. To me, it competes with the SROs that are out there and stuff like that with those big windows. I just love it. All right. It also has a lot of auto on, auto off features. And that's futuristic to me. So that's something else that's pretty cool about this. Rechargeable battery. To me, that's a pro. Okay. The rechargeable battery, for those who like it, because you can just plug it up and go. It doesn't take long at all. It charges pretty quick. And that's an added feature that I like about this red dot. The clear window display. It is extremely clear. Now, you will get a lot of grime and stuff like that on the window because it's so big, but all you have to do is simply wipe it off with something that's not going to scratch it, like a microfiber cloth or something like that. But I love this window. Again, you also get a lot of goodies inside the box, and they just fill you up with everything that you need to be successful with your red dot. That's another pro that I like. And the multi-reticle system, they did the damn thing on that one, guys. So of course, I guess they was listening to my channel or something like that. This is the previous model right here, as you can see, and that's it. And they look damn near identical, pretty much. Okay, not too much changed on it. The material did change on it as far as how it's built. But of course, you can see on the older one, they put Osight on the front. On this one, they didn't. So those are some of the differences. It looks like the dimensions are exactly the same. And you have that big, beautiful window right there, just like Trump's big, beautiful bill. So that's it right there, guys. All right, so let's go ahead real quick. We're going to take this out to the range. I'm going to mount this to my XDM. I'm going to put it on the 9mm or either the 10mm at the range, and let's see how this holds up. All right, so the Osight X, my experience with it so far shooting it. Unfortunately, it does have some starbursting while shooting, even in the sunlight. So you see that. And again, like I was saying before, it's kind of like, it's weird. It's kind of like the fragmentation around the dot. You do get that. It's minimal, but you do get that. When you're shooting in the shadows, for some reason it's minimized, so you don't see it that much, but still you get that, you know, real estate, very large screen, very large window on this red dot, which makes it very easy to acquire your target. So let's go ahead, do some front shooting and see how it responds. All right, so I'm gonna be doing some rapid fire with this just to see if this Osight X will hang on the slide, not come off. I like to always test it in that manner to make sure that it's durable. So let's go ahead, try it out, see what happens. Rapid shots, I'm just gonna shoot towards the berm here. Here we go. And let's see here if the red dot it's on there. So it's on there nice and tight. So Osight, I mean, I just love the shape. I love the shape of the red dots. I like it a lot. The fragmentation bothers me a little bit, but again, when you get over into the shadows, you don't see it. But once you get into that light, it's something with that emitter where you do see that a little bit. I'm still able to home in on the red dot and hit my target. So not an issue at all. I like it. And you must say, on this XDM, super nasty. Looks really good. So y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. We are back at the table right here, guys. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. And also let me know what red dots you run on your pistols or on your rifles. Are you an Olight type person? Have you tried an Osight red dot? Osight continues to package a lot of technology inside their products, and it's pretty sweet. Don't forget, this will be available in my description section. You'll see a link. All you have to do is click on it. It'll lead you over to my campsite page. Once you do that, you can scroll through. There's other items on there too, but you can scroll through and click on the link right here and get it purchased. So please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so when I roll out the latest videos, you'll be able to receive them. And remember,
I'm not from this planet.